Hello and good morning and welcome to another week in our very wet garden. Now this week we've had more or less continuous rain all week, but 4 of those days it was actually continuous. It didn't stop day and night. So the garden is absolutely saturated. Luckily we didn't have a flood, so we did well there. The drain at the bottom of the garden had about 2 foot of water in it, and it was running fast, and it seemed to have taken it all away this time, so I'm very pleased about that. Now, as I said, it's far too wet to go down there, so we're going to do a little bit of tidying in the greenhouse around the bottom of the tomatoes. It's what I do every year. I take a few of the leaves off the bottom and I top up the pots. Now when I'm mixing the compost, just to top up the pots, I always put a good handful of epsom salts to about 20 litres of compost and mix that in, so they're getting a dose of the epsom salts as well. If they're looking nice and green and they're growing well, you don't really need it, but if you put it in, it's only going to go through anyway, so it's always good to pop a bit in and then top dress. So let's get on and we'll show you what I do. Now, as you can see, I've already done some, and I've left 2 at this end to show you how I do it. There is a little bit of leaf curl in the greenhouse, but I'm not too concerned about it. The leaves are nice and green, the tomatoes are forming nicely, so I'm not too concerned at the moment. As I say, it's had some Epsom salt, so it should be fine. These are the 2 I've got to do. I left these 2 so I could show you what I did. You can see how difficult it is when you're watering. You're just pouring water on the leaves, which actually damages them anyway. So we'll take those off, not too many, remember, and then we'll top up. Use secateurs, and really we're just, you see this one is a great big one facing down, so we'll just take a bit off that one. This one we'll take off completely. Just be careful when you're in and you've got low trusses, watch you don't cut the trusses off. Now everything below that one I'm going to take off. Just clean them off. You see these are not really doing anything now, so they may as well come off. And that one, I think, there it is. We'll take that dead leaf off. Dead leaf there, look, split, so we'll take that. That's all I'm going to do. I'll just take this leaf so you can see what I'm up to. There you go. Now that makes it better for watering, but also, as you can see, there's a lot of roots exposed. Now if we fill this up, tomatoes will root from the stem. I want to show you the best thing to show you. I don't know if you can see this, but that's one I've already done. Can you see, look, there's little roots coming out the stem. So we just keep that covered with the compost, and then you'll get extra roots from there. I'm bringing the compost in small pots. I haven't got a bigger pot up here, but this will do. You see, press it down well. Move it right to the back. Move it right to the back and push it in. There you are. Another thing to remember over the next couple of days, because you top the pots up with loose compost, is when you're watering, put the rose on the can so it doesn't wash the compost out. Right, this is the last one. We'll get this one done, and then they're all done then. The thing is not to take too much off, because remember these are what's supplying your plant with all its energy, so you don't want too many off at this stage. I just take half of that leaf, look, so we can see what we're doing. It's best to always cut them rather than just tear them. If you just tear them, you'll strip some of the bark off and you get disease in them. So 2 more there. I think there's one at the back I ought to get there. There you go. That's it. There you are then. You can see how much compost is really down in there. So that one's topping up. And then a little bit gentle water while it settles again. Right, I should top it up the same way. It'll hold a good 3 litres this one to fill this one. I'll fetch another bucket for. I'll just fetch another potful for it. Now that's it, that's them all done. I've just seen while I'm here there's a side chute been missed. Can you see it here? No? So as you go, take those off. Obviously you can just snap those off. If you do it in the morning, they'll snap cleaner when they're turrid. Now the other thing I do, I go round when I've watered. I'm always looking, and then if I need be, I get the max tapner and I just put a tape on the top. But now they're growing strong, always remember if you're using the max tapner just to look back to your ties that you've got on to make sure none are too tight. I know the tape does stretch a little, but you don't want to restrict the flow of sap going up the tomato. So just watch that you haven't got some tight ties. If you have, cut them off and put another one on. And the cucumbers are still doing quite well. To say that we've had a week this week with very, very low light levels, and it's been a lot colder. So they're not growing as fast as I'd like, but they are still producing. There's 2 on there that we'll be taking this one in a few days, and this one I think is ready now. And they're still forming, there's 2 there. If you see one of these, just hook it on. Now, later on today, in the rain I think, because it's actually clouding up quite bad now, I'm going to reset the cucumber fem spot, so we'll have plants to follow these later on. They're good cucumbers, but they tend to burn out, they're not long lived. So if we plant again now, as these fade, others will be coming along. The other thing I'm going to put in are some tomatoes, so that they'll follow these. As these finish, we'll still have tomato plants, probably be outside, probably won't be in here. But you'll either get tomatoes or blight, so it's always worth a chance. I have a few seeds left, so we'll use them. The other thing obviously is lettuce, spring onions, radishes. Keep setting those, keep pushing them in, and keep harvesting them. I see we've got quite a few radish down there to harvest now, and some spring onions and some lettuce still, but a little bit too wet to lift them yet. I'll just show you the peppers. They're not doing awfully well because the light levels are so low and it's not really warm enough, but we'll get there. We'll have some late peppers. The peppers will be late this year, but as long as it stays warm and there's a good light, they'll be fine. We'll get some peppers. Now we were this week going to plant up hanging basket and a couple of pots for you. We're going to have to postpone that until next week because all the plants are so wet. And what flowers we had, obviously all the rain has smashed the flowers to pieces, so we'll let them regenerate a bit. What I'll probably do, the Sophinias and the geraniums, I might just bring into here and pop them on the floor to let them dry out a bit and bring another flower up. We'll do those as soon as the weather's available for us to get outside and do them, and so that'll be on next week's video now. The whole of England's had a good wash this week. especially us in the east. Now it's done the garden the world of good, because only a fortnight ago I was saying to my son-in-law, my goodness, we could do with some rain. Now we've had too much, so I'm going to say now we could do with some sunshine. But everything's looking well. Remember to keep an eye out with this damp weather and warm weather now for your blights, especially on your potatoes. Be vigilant, be ready, and if it is, get them up and get them out. Take the tops off. Now that'll be about it for this week. Short and sweet, as we like to say, and hopefully we'll see you next week in the sunshine. The other thing is that I found out in this wet weather that one of my wellies is leaking, so I'll have to get some new wellies. Now many thanks for watching, many thanks for subscribing, we do appreciate it, and we'll see you next week in the sunshine. Bye now.